Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 143 of Gains, and this one is titled A Reunion. Hey, you greeted the little girl once you finally let her go and looked at her. You remember me? T, she said, pointing at you, her point being so close that her little finger touched your nose and you giggled. Yo, that's me, I'm T, you said with a grin. The auntie then walked over to you, and you stood up to embrace her as well. It's so good to see you both again, you said as you looked from her down to little Shinaru again. Oh, I'm so glad we made it in time to see you, she said. We were at home and Shinaru saw you on the TV. She started to jump and point and yell T, making such a fuss that I just had to bring her down here, the auntie said with a little chuckle. I have to admit, I didn't know what she was on about at first. I didn't recognise you. You're absolutely glowing. Mind you, it was a bit of an ordeal that day that we met in the hospital, and you'd been up for such a long time, you poor thing. You just looked so tired. Oh, it was, but I've also been doing a lot of training since then, so it's partially good sleep, partially working out, partially getting stronger, you said with a smile. Well, you look amazing, and I hear you've been doing some wonderful work as an undergraduate, she said. You really do know how to save people. It just seems to be the thing I keep finding myself doing, you said with a chuckle. But as I've been saying, I can't take all the credit for finding the kids. It was definitely a team effort. The auntie smiled. Well, you're being praised and loved for what you did, and I still can't thank you enough for finding my niece, she said, reaching down to place a hand on Shinaru's head. The little girl smiled. Play, she asked with begging eyes. Play park? You want me to play at the park with you? You asked her, crouching back down to talk on her level. She nodded, holding her little hands together in front of her. You looked up at the auntie. Oh, please don't feel like you have to, the auntie said with a worried look on her face. Then she addressed the little girl. Shinaru, honey, it's okay. Maybe another time. T might have lots of work to do that she has to do and doesn't have time to. Oh, please, you interjected. It would be really lovely to spend time with her. I was more wondering if it would be okay with you if I was able to take her to the park or something, you said. The auntie chuckled. T, I trust you to the ends of the earth and back. You are more than welcome to take her to the park, she said. But only if you have time. I don't want to be intruding. Oh, of course I have time. How about this weekend? On Saturday? We can meet somewhere, you offered. Oh, you're so kind. Yes, Saturday would be completely fine. Shinaru, she addressed the little girl. We play park soon with T? Shinaru's face lit up and she smiled from ear to ear. Play park, she exclaimed happily. Yes, we will definitely play park, the auntie said with a smile, and then turned to you. Let me give you my number, and we can discuss which park and such, she said, taking her phone from her pocket. You and her exchanged details, and you chatted to Shinaru a little longer, and then had to wrap things up. It was starting to get late now, and the day was well and truly finished. After getting your makeup removed and changing back into your comfy clothes, you left, feeling light, feeling satisfied, and feeling loved. Today had been an amazing experience, and you couldn't wait to tell your boys about it. It was later that you were sitting on Bakugou's bed with Kiri laying his head on your lap, and you were sitting side by side with Bakugou, his arm around you while you rested your head on his shoulder, that you were telling both boys about what happened that day. And then Hannah came up, one of the girls we rescued, you said to them. Yeah, I remember her, Kiri said from your lap. She was really lovely. She was having trouble with the boys, wasn't she? Yeah, Matt and Jackson. She told me that she turned both of them down, but that she liked Matt, you said. Matt doesn't deserve her, Bakugou grunted, having dealt with Matt firsthand. He was just being jealous and overprotective, you said to him. He reminds me of somebody I know, you added slyly, giving Bakugou the bombastic side-eye. Huh? That's not me. I'm not jealous and overprotective, Bakugou snapped. As he said that, Kiri turned his head and kissed your arm, nuzzling into you a little. Don't kiss her like that, Bakugou barked at the redhead, and you laughed. See? Jealous, because I know you want that kiss on your own arm, you teased him. No, he snapped, a blush quickly spreading across his cheeks. You giggled and turned your head to kiss him on the nose. You don't need to hide it, you said playfully. Oh, and guess who else came in? Fakam? Kiri asked excitedly. No, Shinaru, you replied excitedly. Oh, Kiri said, sitting up and turning to face you. How is she? Is she well? She recognised you? She's good. Yes, she recognised me. Apparently they were at home and she saw the interview on TV, so the auntie brought her down to the station to see me, and I'm so glad she did. We chatted for a bit, and I'm going to take her to the park on the weekend. Oh, Kiri said with a bit of disappointment as he looked at Bakugou. Well, what's up? You asked, catching something between them. Oh, it's just that, Kiri started. We're going to take you out somewhere on the weekend. Group date, Bakugo said. Oh, we still can, you said emphatically. We could go out on Sunday. I was planning to take her somewhere on Saturday. Wait, Kiri said brightly. What if we all look after her on Saturday and then we went on our date on Sunday? Hey, that's actually a really great idea. I think she would like you boys. And I don't know if the auntie is married or has a boyfriend in her life, but I think it might be good for Shinaru to have 2 loving boys in her life. She might really enjoy having you push her on the swings and catch her at the bottom of the slide, you said, your mind feeding you the images that you had just described, and your ovaries nearly burst. Oh my god, it's too cute. The images are too cute, you wailed internally. Okay, fine, let's do it, Bakugo said. Which park? There's a new water park that opened last weekend. It's getting warmer these days. It is, isn't it? I'm not sure if she'd want to go to the water park, but I'll message the auntie tomorrow and sort it out. Tomorrow's Friday, so we can make plans quickly, you said. Oh, and also, had you picked a place for our date on Sunday? Because there's somewhere I'd like to go. Where does she want to go? We'll have to find out. Chapter 144 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.